And look, I get it. Quest 64 does not get a lot of love, and it's not exactly a good game. But it had a lot of good concepts that make it really fun to play. The whole leveling up system in it, with how every stat grows depending on how you play, was pretty innovative for the time. The music wasn't good. The graphics were Nintendo 64 graphics, and the story was interesting, but kind of plain. But I think a lot of that came down to what were the problems with the system, because it didn't have the depth that something like the PlayStation 1 had for a lot of RPGs. But what it did do, like I said, was that whole leveling up system. The combat was good. You were able to dodge enemy attacks if you were good at moving, and your stats grew based on how you played. So if you got hit a lot, your defense went up. You smack enemies a lot, your attack goes up. You move around in the battlefield, your agility goes up. You can choose which elements you want to level up, and you can find elements to increase your levels. And your HP is based on how much you can hit, your MP is how much you use your magic. I mean, it had a lot of great concepts. And I personally think that either a remake or a sequel would be great, especially because I think that they intended for more to be with the game than it was. I mean, for one thing, there are two people that you run across a couple times throughout the story who they may have originally intended to be as extra, partners. And it would be pretty interesting if you could have more than one person and leveling them up. Um, the exploration was great. I mean, there were wide open areas that you could go and explore, filled with, secrets and everything. I mean, that part was great. If I still had a Nintendo 64, I would play this every once in a while. One of the things I used to do when I did play it, way back in the day, was I would turn the music off and play music on my computer while playing the game. Like I said, the music was one of the weaker parts, but just imagine what they could do if they were to, you know, boost it up. So I don't know, Nintendo, you could port it, you know, if somebody, I don't even know if the company that made it's still around, but um, I would love to see more from Quest 64, or a sequel or a spiritual successor or something. It would be a lot of fun.